I promised myself I'd just relax through this a little bit. Just the other day, I mean, you know, by the time you see this, it'll be probably about a week, a week ago, I had another social engagement. Now, you remember in the last video I talked about weddings. For me, and a lot of people, particularly if they have any kind of social phobia or anxiety disorder, anything like that, they're tough. But I had a nice event to go to the other day, and that was my Uncle Ernie's birthday. Birthdays. I didn't mention birthdays in the last videos. I mentioned weddings. I mentioned funerals, but I didn't mention birthdays. Birthdays, they're not so bad, are they really? They're not so bad, especially your Uncle Ernie, who's turning 85. No, not like that. Uncle Ernie, although for years that was kind of a running gag in my family. He's more like this Ernie, right? And we all love that Ernie. Really nice guy, gentle guy, friends with everyone. He's got a roommate named Bert that he's secretly gay for, so a lot of similarities. That last bit was a joke, which I've tried twice now, and I still don't think it's that funny. Should I try it a third time? No. I like birthdays. You know, Uncle Ernie, turning 85. What do you get? You get a card. You don't need a gift. It's not like he's 12. I gotta bring him something, maybe electric kitty car and some, I don't know, cocaine or something. When someone's turning 85, I don't think you need a gift. My manager explained this to me. He's a smart guy. He said, you know, the older you are, the less you need a gift because you don't have as much time to enjoy it. Which is a horrible thing to say. My manager said that, not me. Well, you know, my own father, we're watching a television program and they mention on an ad, they mention a 10-year warranty, and he says, I don't need anything like that at my age. And he laughs, my dad laughs. And the other thing is that Uncle Ernie is probably more years than I've been alive, a vegetarian, and he does meditation, he does exercise, and he's in excellent shape. We're convinced that he's going to bury us all. And people say that kind of like a joke, but we're kind of thinking, yeah, he's probably gonna do that. Particularly his nephew smokes a pack a day and worries himself into heart palpitations. So again, birthdays, really. So you're gonna get a card, and you know, I'm thinking, you know, find something nice to wear. No, it doesn't have to be as fancy as for wedding. Even something like a birthday, I still carry a little bit of social phobia, anxiety. I've always kind of blamed that on that evil, nasty, unpredictable, and scary world that we live in. But another light bulb moment I had was that sometimes I'm just afraid I can't trust myself, that I'm going to act out somehow in a way that's going to be awkward or embarrassing. So that's part, I think, of the whole social phobia. I'm leaving now. I'll come back tomorrow. Another thing is I'm going to try to get to an A tonight. Damn it, I want that A. Walking around with B's and B pluses the last couple of times, and I want an A this time. I go to Uncle Ernie's birthday. It was at my cousin Kathy's place, and that's great because it's a real cinch to get there on the subway. Convenient, easy to get to on my own, and I get out of the subway, and the first thing I think of is, I don't think you can go to a party like that empty-handed. I'm kind of already late and I'm rushing off to the Sobeys. I'm trying to find something, and all I got was some kind of crusty bread I brought out, so I come to the door with my crusty bread. You know, thinking, you gotta come with something. You can't come with empty-handed. Everybody else came empty-handed. Actually, another cousin, my cousin Glenn, without any prompting from me, saying, I love this bread. Finally, I let on that it was me and that he made my day. Yeah, that was cousin Glenn. And also his brother, my other cousin, you know, Kevin was there. And that's great when Kevin and Glenn are there, because they're those cuties. I guess they're still cuties, but you know, they're old like me now. They're not the ones that you'll remember from another video. They would clamp one on each leg. I'd be about 14, 15. They were about 6 and 7, and they clamp one on each leg, And we'd walk around like that. And we talked about that, and we decided it probably wouldn't be appropriate to try and do it anymore. There was a little one there, right? This one was really little. He was this big. That's all. He was that big. Just a little baby, and he stole the show. Poor Uncle Ernie was in a corner with one of his friends, pushing him out of the way to get to the baby. Push him right out of his chair. Get that baby. People love a baby at anything. They love a baby. The baby comes out. Oh, it's a baby, and everything stops. Everyone wants to go. Me included. I love the babies. This one wasn't even 2. I don't think he could manage walking. Well, no, not really even walking. And I think he still shit himself. But he could stand, which was great. We liked that. Not so much in the walking yet, but he's getting there, and I'm happy to see it. And I'm very pleased to say that, as far as I know, he's my one and only cousin, first cousin, not once, but twice removed. It's nice when the rest of yours, at least 40 and 80 and almost 90, to have a little bitty one around. Now, there's also other I call them the young cousins, so I don't have to keep saying cousin once removed or second cousin twice round the bend in my hair. I think my default setting is dirty old man. I think so, and but that's okay because I'm not the worst kind of dirty old man. I know how to behave appropriately. There is there's an automatic override when I'm with family, just to keep things wholesome. That kind of, it clicks in, it turns on. Generally I'm okay, but it's just that one of the young nieces had a very handsome husband. And that's a dirty trick because he's not really blood related at all. So the automatic override wasn't kicking in. I had to do it manually. I'm not going to explain how that worked. 1,000 things could be going through your mind, and I like that. I behave very well. Nice to meet you. This your husband. That's nice to meet you. And then we really didn't spend much time. This isn't that hilarious, but I'm still thinking I can sell it. I'm still going for that A. Let's look at some of these notes. Another little side note is I've been constipated today, which is very unlike me because I'm more a loose stool guy. That was great because we have music in our family. Our very own string quartet. Not a lot of families have that anymore. And so they were playing that for my Uncle Ernie, and I'm having a good time. I'm listening to the string quartet. Getting caught up with some cousins, and at one point that little god, that wonderful stocky little handsome muscular god, he has to get around me somehow because it's a tight squeeze in there. There's a lot of people there, and I'll tell you, I had such a good afternoon and I was behaving so well, and he comes by and he says, "Can I just squeeze past you? Can I just squeeze in here?" I said, "Sure, you can squeeze me anytime." Listen, I think he was already far enough that he didn't hear. I didn't say it loud. I didn't get up and listen. I didn't get up and say, "Yes, sexy, squeeze me now." I just felt so disappointed with myself because I've been such a good boy for that whole evening and afternoon. I wanted to get away because in the forecast was some ill weather and it looked like it was starting to brew. I got what I'm guessing was no more than 3 meters away from Kathy's house, and the sky just opened and the rain just went boom. I was literally soaking skin. My clothes were completely wet. It stripped to my skin. And I think, you know what? I totally think it was God's little punishment for that rude remark, that dirty little remark I made about the handsome cousin-in-law. Squeeze me now! We had a laugh about it later, me and God, about my sassy remark. And what a nice evening we had. And it also reminded me it's not so dangerous to go out. It's not so dangerous, particularly you're around good people, family, friends. Yeah, risk being with other people and risk trusting myself to just be a good person. Except for one sassy remark. Gotta get that A. One of these days I'm gonna get that A. I'm not convinced this is the one, but we're gonna try for that A again. Last week's the wedding. We're talking about letter grades. That got a solid B+. B plus for that last video. And this one we'll see. Something I haven't said for a while, which I think bears saying, is that if you enjoyed this, why don't you give a nice upvote? That's always nice. And comment. I love the comments. What letter grade does this one get? You know, and I love comments so much that the haters can say that gets a Q minus, that piece of shit. Do follow if you enjoy my style of silly shit, and take care of each other.